What do you get when you mix fruit peels, eggshells, newspapers, grass clippings, and dead leaves? Huh? It can't be a dinner that Lydia would make. No. The answer is not the punchline to a joke, though. It's a very efficient way to yield a healthy, strong garden. That's what everybody wants. And we are talking about composting, and the benefits to the environment are huge.
It's true. Creating your own compost is a great way to control household waste, but it also saves water and wards off plant disease. So joining us now with a little composting 101 is Annalise Smith from Keep Greater Milwaukee Beautiful. Good morning, Annalise. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here.
People think, I think when you think of composting, you kind of think, oh, this is going to be difficult, this is going to be messy, it's going to be gross, there's worms, but it's really not, it's not like that.
No, it is so easy. So decomposition is a natural process, and you can compost on a really small lot like mine, living in the city, or on multiple acres. And it doesn't smell when done properly, doesn't attract pests, so you're just really controlling a natural process and speeding it up.
What did you bring to demonstrate here for us today? Are we supposed to put on the gloves?
Yes, if you want to put on the gloves.
All right.
We are going to be making some compost today.
Awesome.
So typically, you would use a bin like this one over here. This is similar to the one I have in my backyard.
Okay.
And really, like I said, it's so simple to make compost, but what you want to do is layer both dead and living things.
Okay.
So I brought some brown leaves, and we're going to start with that today.
Okay, so just like a handful?
A handful would be great.
Okay.
And fall is the perfect time to start composting because you have so many leaves that you're trying to get rid of. So next we can layer on some green or still living items. So I brought some yard trimmings.
Oh, cool.
And just straight from a tree.
Straight from the yard this morning.
All right.
Okay.
Thank the hubby for grabbing those for me.
Thank you, hubby.
Thanks, hubby.
What's his name?
Nate.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And any yard stuff from the garden, anything works. And then we could add some newspaper, which counts as another brown thing, and some paper towel.
Okay.
And you want about 75% of your materials to be dead or brown. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Oh, so you want this to be a huge amount?
Huge amount, yes, absolutely.
Oh.
And then last but not least, some kitchen scraps. So I brought carrots from my kitchen this morning, but really anything works. So potato peels, apple peels.
No matter how much?
Nope, that looks like a great amount for our little to scale model here.
All right.
And the only thing that you would not want to add would be meat or bones or grease, because that would mess up
It's gross, too.
the stuff. Yes, yes.
It's gross. All right.
So last but not least, some water.
Okay, just spray it in there?
Just spray it on in there. You want it to be as wet as a wrung out sponge. And I should say that I'm a fairly lazy composter, so I go out with a watering can and a pitchfork and spend maybe 5 minutes messing around with it once a week.
Okay.
And you can do less.
I might do a little more.
Yep, that's perfect. That's the perfect amount. So, and then we would just let it sit for 4 to 6 months, and by spring you would be ready to use your compost. There is the final product there.
Oh,
and you'll notice
that's what it becomes.
Yes, yep, that's it.
So it turns into
like
dirt?
really nice dirt for worms, almost, right?
Absolutely. So it looks like a very high quality. It smells like a high quality soil, and that's what it smells like.
High quality dirt.
Yes, and that's what it should smell like while it's happening as well.
That's science.
That's so cool. So this used to be like carrots and banana peels and stuff?
Eggshells, coffee grounds.
It becomes dirt.
And paper?
And paper, the whole 9 yards. Yep, that's actually from our office bin. So.
Wow. This is like the coolest science experiment we've ever done on
I
the show.
had no clue that that's what happened.
Okay,
So
what
it's
about
super
how
easy.
when it freezes during the winter? Do you just let it freeze?
It stays pretty warm just because of all of the microorganisms and worms in the bin kind of working on it.
There
is
all
stuff
the time,
happening.
right?
So like I said, I'm kind of a lazy composter, so I just kind of let it sit over the winter and leave it be. But I have other friends that are still once a week go out and check on it
This looks to me like the mother of all composting bins. So if you have this at your house, it sits like this in your yard, so it touches the ground. And then where do you put stuff in?
The lid up here will lock into place, so you just open up the lid, and there is no bottom to this, and so all of the organisms from the soil come up from the bottom. And I have mine out by my garage, so I just kind of put things in a bowl, and as I leave in the morning, I dump it in as I go, and that's it.
That's so
great.
cool.
Do you get snakes?
No, I have never had a pest problem.
Okay.
So, excuse me. So yeah, one of those misconceptions
That's
is that you
great.
do have a pest problem, and I've never once had a pest problem.
Okay, so for people who are watching, they're like, I've always wanted to do composting. Now that they saw how easy it is with this simple demonstration, how do you kind of get started? What do you suggest? You go to a hardware store or sort of like a home fix-it DIY kind of store and grab a bin and then just kind of go from there?
Yes, absolutely. There is a lot of resources on our website at www.kgmb.org, and there are different varieties of bins, styles of bins, and we're also this weekend having a composting workshop. It's an hour-and-a-half long introduction to composting, and
We
there's
could
more
teach it now.
information.
Yeah, right? It's today, right?
Yes.
Now we're experts.
Yeah, that's about it. So,
Okay, that's awesome.
Do you need to bring a composting bin
no,
to the
not
workshop?
at all. Not
Okay.
at all, because they'll talk about if you want to build your own or if you want to purchase one. We also sell the bins on our website, so
Okay.
lots of different ways you can be successful with
I
it.
love that.
So we showed the information. Here it is again, the DIY Dirt Compost Workshop. It's just $15. It's going on at Outpost on Capitol Drive on October 26th from 9:30 to 11 a.m. The phone number to call is 414-272-5462 for Keep Greater Milwaukee Beautiful, or you can visit online at kgmb.org for more information or to buy your own composting bin. Thanks for being here, Annalise.
Thanks so much
It
for
was
having
super
me.
fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.